I would hope people don't be coming to your house without giving out gifts.
Yeah, I've got a few things, man. But it's all good. You know, I don't be expecting nothing, man. Yeah, I'm ready. Welcome, Lunch with Lawrence, episode 13, featuring my brother, Keenan Williams, better known as Knyce, in the building. Yeah. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man.
Oh, man, I'm excited for you to be here.
You got a hell of a setup in here. Sheesh.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Shout out to Pops.
Right. My dad in the building, holding it down, changing up the camera angles. Yes, man, so I'm excited, man. As you know, man, my show is all about entrepreneurship, interviewing people who live in Cleveland, who are entrepreneurs or have a business in Cleveland that may not live here. So, obviously, you've been in the entrepreneur field for a long time, man. So, when I start off the show, I always ask my guests, like, how were you introduced into entrepreneurship, and what was, like, your first business venture?
Man.
DJ Kynce.
My first business venture ever was trying to hustle up some money for Disney World.
Okay.
Like me and my cousin. So my uncle like set us up. Yeah. Like he like gave us our first pack. But really he took us to like Dean's Wholesale and bought us a bunch of like candy. I think he bought us like $30 worth of candy. Okay. You know, like when you a kid though, man, that look like a lot of candy, bruh. So he bought us like $30 worth of candy and basically showed us how to flip it. So we flipped it from that, you know what I'm saying? We would my cousin stayed in Heights. So that's how I ended up knowing so many Heights folks.
Okay, yeah.
That was my favorite cousin. Shout out Zach. I think you might know Zach.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so.
And I stayed down the way, so you really couldn't hustle like that down the way. Like you would get your shit taken.
Yeah.
So we used to come up here, hit the basketball courts with like Mystics. That was like pre-Snapple, like I guess the hood Snapple maybe. People don't remember Mystics.
Yeah,
but we hit them like Mystics, bottled water. So I guess it was Water Boy
that was
had some candy.
Okay.
But I used to sell candy in school too. Yeah. I never forget seeing a dude. That's probably the moment. Yeah. If I had to pinpoint one moment, I saw a dude pay $2 for a piece of penny candy. And then I was like, oh snap. You telling me sugar is a drug?
Elementary school. Yep. My friends, one of my friends, same name as me. I remember him paying $20 for a lollipop. Because candy, when you were a little kid, candy was just like, listen, we fiend for candy. And that's crazy when you think about it. $20 for a lollipop, that's like 50 cents.
Bruh, I'll never forget
because he wanted a lollipop so bad.
My son got in the car one day. He was low-key salty. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He like, this girl took my money. I'm like, she took your money? He like, well, I gave her $5 for a lollipop. I was like, how you feel right now? I was like, I ain't like your mama who would go and be like, give my son back his $5. Right. No, this is going to be a very valuable lesson to you, young man, about the wiles of women and the dangers of sinning with sugar.
Real talk. That's funny, man. That's funny.
But yeah, I would say it was that. I saw a dude fiend out for a piece of bubble gum. It was like, oh snap. Yeah. I could go get 200 pieces of that bubble gum with the $2 he just paid. Bring them back. If I sell them for 2 cents a piece, I made some money.
How old were you then back then, man?
Man, I was probably about 12.
Hustling at 12 years old, man. 12, funny story, man. My mom, when I was younger, she would buy popsicles, right? Like the 100 box. Oh yeah. Right? Put them in the freezer. Little freeze pops or whatever.
He was privileged.
Man. And I would literally hustle the popsicles up and down my street, man, for like $1 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was like, she'd come home like, where the hell is all the popsicles? I was like, look, Mom, I made some money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you could go buy more.
Exactly. That's funny, man. That's what's up, man. So look, man, I'm happy you on the show, man. I want to get into the businesses, man. I want you to take me back to like your, like your last job that you worked. Before you got into the real entrepreneurship journey that you're on now. So, DJ Knyce, like, when did you become a DJ? What was it something before you DJing? How did you get into it? Like, share with me, man. Elaborate.
Man, I've been DJing since I was 13.
Oh, wow.
So, like, 26 years.
So what made you want to become a DJ?
My uncle was low key like a legendary DJ in the city, DJ Supreme. Like he was moving mixtapes crazy.
Yeah.
And he was nice. Like he was nice. You know what I'm saying? I grew up Jehovah's Witness. He did too, but he converted later in life. Sort of when he converted is when I was able to get like close to him. Yeah. And he was sort of on his way out of DJing. Yeah. And I know he probably regret it to this day, but like he showed me some stuff. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like mainly how to mix. I used to always want to scratch. He'd be like, no, learn how to mix. Because if you could, you know what I'm saying, make a mix, you could set the vibe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He used to always be like, yo, don't be jumping from song to song. Mix. Like, so I kind of grew up in that era of, learning from that era of DJ. Yeah. You know, and then like really kind of cutting my teeth, you know, in the early 2000s in DJing. I was able to stand out because I was able to apply, you know, a lot of what I would call like sort of forgotten knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Just about rocking crowds and stuff. Yeah. Like, so that's how I was able to really get through on DJing, because in addition to him, like my dad was really into music, really into music. So it was always vinyl in the house. It was always music playing. But my dad was into, you know, a lot of doo-wop, but in what they would kind of call like now like yacht rock. Okay. That's like Steely Dan, you know. Yeah. Bee Gees, he would play some of that. That's not per se yacht rock, but you know, that type of stuff. Blue Eyed Soul would be the more applicable
I see
term.
What you're saying. Yeah.
So I grew up listening to that, and my mom was into rock. Okay. So my mom would be listening to 92.3. And then I was into hip hop. My dad hated hip hop though. Hated hip hop. But I was able to get a well-rounded view of music. And I knew it had to be other kids kind of growing up the way that I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Whose parents were listening to sort of everything. Yeah. And you know, this during the Cash Money, Master P. Right. Yeah. Early Gucci Mane era. Yeah. And we trying to play this other shit in the club. Niggas was like, yo, these niggas bugging. I'm out of here.
So when did you get the name DJ Knyce?
That's a funny story. So the same uncle, I hated my DJ name for a long time. Let's be clear.
Hold on. You hated the name DJ Knyce?
Yeah, I hated Knyce. I hated it for a long time. Because it was just so old school to me, like D-Nice, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but then, look at here, 30, 40 years later, D-Nice is probably top DJ, definitely top black DJ in the world. Yeah. But how I ended up getting that name, so one of the first, I would always like borrow my uncle's equipment or I would rent equipment, Lords. Like, I charge somebody $200 to DJ and go pay $175 to rent the equipment. And that wasn't even counting no gas, no records, like, you know what I'm saying? None of that. Yeah. So I was doing my first party. It was my cousin's graduation party with my own equipment. I'm like a fresh 18. I got this. My mom took me to Guitar Center for graduation. You know what I'm saying? I got like 2 things for graduation. I think I got a camcorder, which I did horrible things with. And then my mom bought me a complete DJ set, Technics, everything.
Yeah,
like
that's
my first mixer was a Gemini mixer.
Okay,
I remember
I don't know
she put it on
about that, but that's what's up.
It's shitty mixer. But most DJs start out with a Gemini mixer. Okay. But I think she put like $2,000 on her Chase Visa. Like
that's what's up.
Yeah. It was an investment into me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my cousin's party, graduation party down in her grandmother's basement. So you know the vibes. The adults upstairs frying chicken and shit. You know what I'm saying? We about to get to it in the basement. So then, like this, all my cool aunts and everybody in the kitchen and cool uncles, they like, yo, how you gonna do a party? You ain't got no DJ name. And I'm like, man, I ain't even thinking no DJ name. So they throwing out all these corny names, you know what I'm saying? Terrible names, bro. So my uncle that taught me how to DJ, he an old school cat. He like, nope, we gonna call him Knyce, cause he's so nice. And that was what stuck, and I hated it. But it was like 6 minutes, you on, like, yo, what you gonna call yourself on the mic, bro? So I was like, fuck it. Knyce it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So from early, those late teenage years, you say you've been DJing from 13. You just told me about how you did the graduation party, 18. Did you ever go get a job while you were in your teenage years? Did you ever work for somebody?
Here's the thing, bro.
Yeah.
And this is something I would say to all these young dudes, that's following their dreams. My nigga, I always had a job, bro.
Okay, yeah.
I always, even when I was on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't until I signed a contract that was verifiable for X amount of dollars per year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That I was able to quit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I always had a job. And when I quit, so a little bit about that. Let me tell you all the jobs I've had.
Talk to me.
My first job, my mom got for me. We was in Cleveland Clinic for my checkup or something. We go down to the cafeteria. She see a hiring sign, and she pick out this black girl behind her, and she go talk to her. Yeah. Next thing I know, she coming to the table with an application fill this out. Yeah. But that's about the time where you start wanting J's and stuff that your mama just ain't gonna buy.
Listen, my mom, I want a lot of stuff my mother couldn't afford to buy me.
Yeah, she was just no.
Right.
I don't even know if it was an affording thing. It was no, I'm not paying $125 for a pair of shoes.
Yep.
You get $75 to $85.
Yep.
You be at JCPenney trying to find something fly. Yeah. She put it on her card, boy. Right. Hey, look. So I washed dishes. From there, I worked in the library. That was a great job. You know what I'm saying? I worked at the library downtown, man, and I worked in periodicals, newspapers and stuff. So I was having to file newspapers from all over the world. So I had to learn, you know what I'm saying, what language looked like what. Not that I was learning these languages, but after you stare at something long enough, you kind of figure some shit out.
Right, yeah.
So that was a great job. From there, I left there, and I thought I was going to be a lineman, for AT&T. Yeah. Get the job at AT&T, because my father was an HR dude, so he used to always be get a trade. But, Eddie, I am your son. I yo, bruh. I think I'm about to climb these poles. I don't even flunk out of pole climbing school. I just straight quit. Yeah. And this, in retrospect, that's a union job working for AT&T. You talking maybe 2000 at this point. I got that job straight out of high school. I would have been set, honestly, by now. Yeah. But that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got up on that pole with them spikes on my feet. It's fuck this. All right. I need a job on the ground.
Right, real talk.
Pretty much from there, I became a teller at Key Bank. I did that. I was actually good at that because math is kind of my shit.
Same here. I was a teller as well at Charter One Bank.
Oh, so my outages was 1 cent for the whole year.
Right, yeah.
So they moved me up to operation where I would balance the branches. From there, I got a job at Chase. Now, this is where my career, where it starts turning into a career.
Let's talk about
because at Chase, I became Series 6 licensed. Okay. So I was able to sell mutual funds. So that was beneficial because I learned a lot. And I was around a lot of white boys that knew a lot of shit that I probably would have never been, you know what I'm saying? But I had the aptitude to be able to pass the test. Yeah. So I get Series 6 licensed in life and health. Learned a whole lot about that, but I kind of got a knack. Well, I shouldn't say a knack. I know I'm protected. Yeah. So I can kind of know when to get out of some shit. Yeah. This was right prior to everything crashing in 2008. I got out. But I jumped from the frying pan to the fire. Because I went over to mortgages. Yeah. Oh, man. But I went community lending. Okay. So I was doing loans for Charter One. So I was still at a legitimate bank. Yeah. Doing loans for low to moderate income families. Yeah. Rewarding work, but they put me all the way out in Lorraine. I don't even know nobody out there. Right. It was just a weird place to be. Yeah. So I kind of figured out that wasn't working. And I knew a whole bunch of people that worked for Progressive Insurance, and I knew it was a good company as far as companies go. Yep. So they were starting a new division. Somehow I found out about it, where if people totaled their cars, you would basically replace the car, try to replace the same make, model, year. in retrospect, how unfucking realistic is that?
Right.
But we were part of this pilot program. This is where I checked out of corporate America.
Yeah.
Progressive Insurance did it for me.
Yeah.
Great company, good pay. Yeah. Like, gain share. You ever heard of gain share?
Yeah, I heard.
That's when everybody get them bonuses.
Yeah.
It's a certain point in the year you pull up in Progressive Insurance, bro, and it's new Audis riding around, new Axe, everything. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these dudes is getting 40% of their yearly salary, and their yearly salary is $100,000.
Yeah.
So they hit goal, but you know how hard they riding you to hit goal.
Right, yeah. Oh,
they got this shit called metrics, where everything you do is being watched.
Yeah.
That pilot program shuts down. I wasn't no stellar performer there, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just getting by on a day to day. They hated me and I hated them. You know what I'm saying? So this is when my DJing shit is really picking up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you was always DJing between.
Oh man, the whole time,
bro.
The whole time, bro. And I had a family. I was married.
Yeah.
I was married for 10 years. I had a young family. I would literally get up, go to work 9 to 5, come home 5 to 10, be with the family. 10 to 3, I was either in the streets or I was, you know what I'm saying, in the streets promoting. I used to pass out my own flyers. I used to be getting to it. You know what I'm saying? Or upstairs and making mixes, hosting mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I have my own little DJ room. I'm DJing through all these jobs I'm telling y'all about. I'm still getting to it.
Okay.
That's my night job. This is my day job.
Yep.
That pilot program shuts down, bro. I'm sitting in the call center just taking calls now because they shifted us. I didn't have good jobs to this point. This ain't me. Some people thrive in them environments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and my DJing taking off, I'm making $500 a night. You know what I'm saying? $2,000-$3,000 a weekend. Like, I'm doing weddings. I'm burning the candle on both ends. Like, bro, I'm doing weddings to 11:30. Jetting out of that, paying somebody to pack up my shit at the wedding, heading straight down to the club, turning that bitch up. That's why the shit these young boys be doing don't impress me. We did that. Like, we did that. I respect it. One of the things about, like, the hip-hop culture, we like to eat the young. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't like to move out of the way. You got to move out of the way. I'm not about to be competing in the club with DJ KY. He got a vigor that I could never have up 39, bro. And I recognize that shit. I ain't even hungry like that no more.
He killing it, man.
He killing it. Fucking killing it.
We was texting this morning.
He fucking killing it. You know what I'm saying? On all levels.
He is.
Like, that's why you got to get out of the way. You got to keep progressing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm moving up in radio. I'm sitting in this call center, bro. I'm getting strike after strike. And one day I'm just like, man, fuck this. Like, because they talking about they put me on a performance plan. Like, man, you're not about to rob me out the door. My father always used to tell me, leave with your dignity, vote with your feet. Don't never let nobody kick you out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at a party and the host get offended, I'll see myself out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about to kick me out, though. And keep in mind that logic came in down also with me leaving Z1079.
Listen, I want to talk about it,
you know what I'm saying? But when the writing's on the wall, it's like, shit, maybe this ain't the opportunity for me no more. You know what I'm saying? But I jumped out on faith. I'm like, man, I'm getting this bread. Now, mind you, I still got a family, got a new house. You know what I'm saying? We did new construction, all that. But you know what? I'm getting it. I'm calculating, you know what I'm saying? I'm making boom, boom, boom a month, man. These people got me in here. They wasting my time. I'm barely staying any day because you can get this shit called green alerts. When it's light, you can dip out. You know what I'm saying? They excuse you out. I'm taking them all the time. So it's clear I don't want to be there.
Clearly.
They call me. I know I got a meeting with my boss. I know either they're going to fire me or they about to tell me, like, yo, we moving you to level 2 of your action plan or whatever. And I ain't here for neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? So she like, yo, we wanted to talk to you. And I'm like, before we get into that, here. Like,
you notice?
I quit.
Well, did you give 2 weeks or you just quit?
So look, I gave 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
I went to my desk. That motherfucking phone started ringing, bruh. I said, you know what? Fuck this. I cleared everything off the desk. I went and got one of those boxes that be at the end of the house. I cleared them legal boxes. You know what I'm talking about? I cleared everything off the desk in one fell swoop. I said, if I'm going to burn this bridge, I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. I will not be back. And I bounced. You know what I'm saying? They was calling me like,
that was the last job. That was the last job.
That was the...
That was a job too. That was a job.
That's a job, bro.
That is a job.
Because that's when your dreams become real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's when your dreams become a job. And sometimes you gotta be careful what you ask for.
So what was the time period from when you left Progressive to now? The next job was 107.9.
Oh, so this is the thing. When I say like I jumped off that cliff,
yeah,
bro, 107.9 called me like 2 weeks later. Like, what's up? We want you. Like, give us a mix. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, gave him a mix. Shout out to Kobe Cole. He was who hired me. You know what I'm saying? He sent me back some critiques, and I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna get this job. But I'm always open, you know what I'm saying, to a critique, especially from a master. Yeah. You gotta be able to, this is one thing about criticism, because nobody likes it. Yeah. Nobody likes it. If a person tell you they like criticism, they lying. But you know how it feels. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You got to take how it feels. Yep. If you can you say it's coming from a genuine place, or do you feel like this person is low key, like people are try to dim your light. Yeah. Try to, you know, make you sit down a little bit. But that's not where they came from. It was like, yo, you got to be playing hits. You got to do woo. So I'm like, damn, I ain't going to get the job. Maybe I'll go on the next round. You know what I'm saying? Because I had already got passed over on the first round. Yeah. But I never got discouraged. Like, the first opening that came open, Floss actually got it. Okay. Called him, congratulated him on it. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Then it was another position open. I ended up getting that one. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I was never one of those people that was like campaigning at the radio station, like, yo, tell them to hire me, none of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My name.
But the fact they reached out to you, your name.
Man, that was during the potluck era, bro. You know what the fuck was going on, man. We had the city on fire, bro.
The potlucks. Yeah, the potlucks.
We had the city on fire. Like, you couldn't ignore it. You know what I'm saying? It was. Yeah. It was going. And like to backtrack to the beginning of the conversation, we was playing all that type of music I was talking about earlier. Yeah. We literally was playing shit nobody else was playing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All of the things that you see.
So the Potlucks was going before 107.9.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember the Potlucks.
Yeah. Potluck was going way before
Coventry, that. B-side. Right?
People don't know Potluck started like on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
But prior to getting into 107.9, it was like 6 years before I was Drive Time or The Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, my first mix show was 1 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Wow.
Like, wow. And so what I said to myself was like, yo, well, you're never going to get anything unless you get anything better unless you take care of what you have. You know what I'm saying? So I said to myself like, well, that 1 and 2 spot might be dead, but man, come 2 goddamn a.m., people coming out of the club, and I could keep the party going. You know what I'm saying? Rock That Out, Benny Velez used to do the 12 o'clock mix. So what really made my name ring bells was that old school mix at noon. Benny Velez used to do it, but what people ain't know was Benny Velez was some sort of fucking pop star in Brazil. Yeah. So he was traveling back and forth. We didn't even know at the station, bro. Like, he was traveling back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I used to always be like, yo, how Benny Velez got these crazy drops? He would have drops from like the Brat. He would have like customs from, you know what I'm saying, just wild shit. And I'm like, yo, I know he been in the game a long time, but like I ain't heard nobody play these custom edits and shit. Benny Velez get to popping off in Brazil. He like deuces. Kobe tapped me to do the 12 o'clock mix. I do the 12 o'clock mix. I'm rocking it. Shout out Ro Digger. Ro puts me on a mic one day, and I can talk. Like I can. Lo and behold, I can talk.
You just can't DJ, but you can talk too.
I can talk a little bit. So me and her developed, like, you know what I'm saying, a great camaraderie. We rocked the warm-up show to #1 for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And then it was kind of time for me to jump off and do my own thing. I did that for 3 or 4 years.
Now, when you said you do your own thing, what do you mean?
When I was, I had my own show. So I had, I started out with my own show. We ended up getting paired back up together as a duo in Drive Time. So did that. And the question everybody always wants to know, it came down to a money thing. It's a money thing. Yeah. Like, money thing and a sort of growing apart thing. I ain't love it no more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people like, man, do it till you done with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you don't love it no more, you got to let it go. You got to do, maybe you just putting it down. You know what I'm saying? But I never wanted to be one of those dudes. I see so many people leave radio and that's the pinnacle of what they've done. Or they show this thirst to get back into it. Yeah. One of the people that I always view like as a mentor, still is, it's my homie, Sam Silk. Yeah. I saw Sam Silk leave radio, build an empire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and kind of have it his way. Yeah, shout out to Sam Silk. Yeah, that's the homie. So it's sort of like one of those things where it was like, yo, if God pull you back into it, you know what I'm saying? You get back into it. But radio's not, in its current iteration, isn't what I would want to do. Okay. I would want to be able to talk long form. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to be able to talk about things that people really want to talk about. And I'm not at the age in my life where I want to be on AM. Yeah. I did podcasts and we had The Last of a Dying Breed. That was successful. Yep. We did 99 episodes to that. Wow. So I feel like, oh man, you just starting your grind, brother. Man, but keep it up, though. Keep it up. 99. One thing I can say is one regret is that I stopped. Okay. But that was a situation where me and my co-hosts were in two different points in our life. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's never everything don't got to be a fallout. Sometimes you just fall off. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you pick up. Yeah. But so that was one of those things. So I'm kind of in a weird place in my life where it's like, yo, I just focus on the business at hand. You know what I'm saying? Sort of the business that pays me. Yeah. I can't tell you how I picked up the turntables again. Yeah. That's an itch you never, you know, but the price got to be right. The crowd got to be right.
I feel it.
You ask away though, because I can talk, bro.
No, most definitely. No, I mean, I appreciate you kind of getting me up to speed to like that journey that you were on from where you started, you know, the name that you got to the first spot that you rocked out to getting the jobs to still DJing to leaving the job, quitting, and getting picked up by 107.9 and that journey in 107.9. That's dope.
I'm a hustler, man.
Yeah, man. Listen. Everybody I bring on the show, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. So that brings me to the NyceCo clothing, NyceCo prints. You know what I'm saying? Like what made you get into the printing and the t-shirt and the clothing line? Like, where did that come? Where did the idea come from? Like, one day you was like, I'm just gonna get into
man.
Like, you know, like what happened? You left 107.9, then what?
I left 107. So, oh man, this is another 30 minutes, bro. This is a great fucking story, though.
Okay.
It's a great story. No, I ain't gonna hold you 30 minutes. No, it's a great story.
I want to hear it.
All right, so leave 107.9, don't got a plan. I come home one day, I tell my girl I'm quitting. I walk in the next day, slide my company phone and my notice under the door. Okay. Shout out my girl Bijou. She tried her hardest to talk me out of it. But
Bijou,
I'm
that's
like,
the homie, man.
I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And this was the time when I was a wild boy, so I ain't really drive like that. I ain't need to be driving. You know what I'm saying? So I try to call an Uber. The Uber ain't nowhere to be found. So, bruh, I quit my... damn near 6-figure, you know what I'm saying, really healthy salary job, and now I'm walking down Euclid, right? Like, man, what the fuck you just do, dude? Yeah. But then it's like, nah, you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you're not allowed to regret your choices. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to it. Yep. You make that decision, but you got to be decisive at the same time. You can't be limping on two opinions. You can't be on both sides of the fence. I didn't know what I was going to do, though, to condense that. But I knew I had started NyceCo in 2017, right? Okay. And I used to try to sell little turntables and these shits I would get from like Japan. Like I was on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I always try to stay ahead of the curve. But people fucked with me with it. But it was one, I would do these little drops. It'd be 5 or 6 items like a capsule. Yeah. The one thing that launched off was the Lawrence t-shirt. I made that based off of Insecure.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw him lead a Best Buy shirt in there.
How did you make it?
I had Bravo design it.
Okay, shout out to Bravo.
And then I hit up a local screen printer to print it. Okay. And I put it in one of my capsules. Yep. popped off. I mean, bro, I was sending shirts all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. I know what it feels like to go viral. You know what I'm saying? How
much you think you made off that shirt?
I would say 5 figures.
Okay, 5 figures.
Low 5 figures.
Off a t-shirt.
Yeah, I ain't sitting there saying 75 5 figures.
Yeah,
but I definitely probably made a good 15, 20 off of it.
How much did you have to invest into making the shirt?
Oh, man, bruh. Maybe, if I made 15, I would say maybe 3,000.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so 5-time flip.
Yeah,
but I wasn't the printer at that time. Right. I was getting it.
I know. That's what I was. We gonna get there.
So I had a bit of difficulty getting these shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through a couple printers, you know what I'm saying? And no knock to no printers. It's a job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And most people pick a printer based upon turnaround time, not skill.
Yep.
So fast forward to 2020, I'm like, yo. Brittany says to me one day, my girl, who's the designer of NyceCo, girl and co-owner as well.
Let's clear that up.
Let's clear that up.
Okay. Yeah.
But Brittany says, like, yo, I wanna like get one of these little speedball kits. It's like a little kitty kit.
And it's for the shirts.
To screen print some shirts. But she wanted to do some jean jackets, right?
Okay.
I'm like, ding! Because I had always said to myself, like, yo, if you ever leave radio, you probably should start a t-shirt company because, like, it's clearly money in that shit because these niggas be busy as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ding! Light goes off. No lie. This is all a serendipity that happens. I go type on Craigslist. It's a whole screen print shop for sale for $5,500. Right? It's old equipment.
Yeah.
But shit, I hit her back like, I think I want to have a whole screen print shop. It literally happened like that. She like, yo, dude, you sure? Now, mind you, like when I was in radio, I wasn't making the shrewdest financial decisions. I had some money saved up, but it wasn't nowhere near it should have been. Yeah. Save your money, young man. Yeah. Like, I promise you, don't spend it on all this design. A $2,500 outfit is stupid. Yeah. Let's be clear, bruh. Yeah. Because it is so many other valuable things you could do with $2,500, and you could get that later in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, when you 25, it ain't no reason to have that, bro. Yep. These chicks ain't picking you off of that. Yeah. They picking you off of your virility, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hustle, what you really about. It's a nigga getting this. It's a dude messing with the same chick who got on the $2,500 outfit. And he got on one of them work vests and a dirty water department t-shirt.
Real talk.
And he come home, he come to her house and take a shower after work. And you spending all that money on that. Back to my story though. Real talk. My mama told me at one point, she was like, man, you gonna turn 30 and you ain't gonna have nothing to show but shoes and just stuff. Yeah. Man, and that stuff ain't worth nothing. Yep. You think you gonna turn them J's in for a profit, but at the moment you become on your ass and you need some cash, you gonna settle. Yep. And that settlement is not gonna be worth, you know what I'm saying, your emotional investment into those things. Nobody's saying walk around like a bum. Right. You know what I'm saying? Be modest though, especially in your earlier years. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. So I had some money saved up. Okay. Call a lady, the lady black. Shoot. But she sold the oven. That's the most expensive piece. Okay. But she like, yo, she dropped the price and she like, I'm willing to work with you because now I know I gotta buy an oven. Yeah. Go on Craigslist again. Search for a screen printing oven. What's the chances of a screen printing oven being on Craigslist? Yeah. It's one sitting in Canton. Call him. He like, yo, I really just want it out. Make me an offer. End up getting a deal on that. The lady who sold me the shop helps me find a space to put my stuff in.
That's the space you at now?
No.
Okay.
No, this was in the Chandler building in East Cleveland.
Okay.
So very, very humble beginnings. Yeah. Down in the basement. Yeah. Off in the garage to the side. And one day, like I was in there practicing, I was doing my thing. And my rent was $350 down there. And I'm like, man, I wonder if I just like drop a shirt right now, if I could make the rent. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could just drop one shirt you know what I'm saying, a month and make the rent in here, like it'll be cool, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still DJing a little bit.
Yeah.
My girl got a job, she holding it down, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I look at her at one point like, baby, I might have to get a job. She like, nah, dude, you got till March. And at this point, it's like October. You know what I'm saying? She like, we got till March for you got to even think about that. So I start doing it, you know what I'm saying? I get the right idea to drop a shirt on Thursday, and it goes. That's how you got Thursday drops.
Right, Thursday drops. Yeah,
That's how you got, honestly, the battery, you know, I got in my back to continue with it, really stick with it. That first press was terrible. Our next big hit was the Juneteenth t-shirts.
Juneteenth.
2020.
Yeah.
Whole city bought them. We were able to strike a deal with Knyce to get them in stores. And it's been a constant learning, you know what I'm saying, curve, like developing. I never forget, I saw Jock from Flow and he was speaking somewhere, and they was like, yo, what would you say was your like biggest driving force? I might not be right about how would, but he said my ignorance. Because if I had known everything that I had to do, I probably would have been so discouraged that I never even started. And I used to listen to the white boys tell me like all this equipment I would need, but it was always this voice in the back of my mind like, yo, okay, just jump in. Just jump in. Just jump in. And I jumped. And when I make the decision to jump, it ain't nothing I think about long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's gonna cost $10,000 and I said I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna spend that bread because I know I ain't gonna let a $10,000 instrument just sit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna use it. I know I'm gonna get to it. So that's how we got there. That was probably 10 minutes condensed.
That's dope. That's dope, man. That is dope, man. So then that takes me to where you at now, the spot on Mayfield.
Yeah.
How did you find that location?
Man.
Or
more serendipity, bro. I done rode past that building my whole life and always loved it. Just love the windows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we thinking we need to expand. And if I was being honest, I miss the days of simplicity of being in the Chandler building when I ain't have electricity bills and shit like that. Oh my God, those are the things you don't think. I jumped in. Now this is not all jumping in ain't always advantageous, bro. But I jump in, right? I should have counted more costs. But beautiful building. I always would ride past it, and we were talking about we had made up an amount in our head. Like, yo, once we hit this amount, we know we need a storefront. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We hit that amount. So it's like, yo, it's time to start looking for a storefront. Get to looking for a storefront, and I would always look at this building. And say it for rent up there. You know what I'm saying? But I know I can't afford this building, bro. I know I can't afford this building. I ain't even there. I'm looking for something small. Talking myself out of it. Being real left-brained. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And sometimes you got to shut that motherfucker off.
You do.
But God will do it for you. Like, I'm a very God-fearing person. Yeah. And I believe in, you know what I'm saying, that just, like, shit don't happen by chance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been saying serendipity. I hope that's the right word to use. But shit don't happen by chance. So, I'm riding past. I see a little nice old lady in the window. Yeah. And she black. I call a number. The sweet lady picks up.
Second black lady you all that.
Bro, I own all the black women. Protect black women at all costs. The good ones. The good ones. Leave the other ones to the streets. Yo, so she like, I'm like, yo, can we talk? Hit it off. I'm like, yo, can I come see it? She like, yeah. I'm like, She like, but there's somebody in here looking at it right now. She like, my husband showing them around. So I'm like, that's cool. I'll wait. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She like, just walk up to the door when you know, and I'll meet you outside. Yeah. Meet her outside. It was like meeting an auntie, bruh. We only rented initially one side of it.
Yep. I remember that.
We have both sides now. We tried some other stuff. We tried an art gallery. That was an interesting venture. That's a different conversation. But they were willing to work with us, you know, to rent both sides out to us. Because I ain't really want a neighbor.
Yeah, I feel you. I do feel
if I was being honest, like I ain't really want a neighbor, you know what I'm saying? So she gave me a good deal to rent out both sides. And recently, like 2 weeks ago, we've made the decision to expand storefront space, and then expand production into the other side.
Yeah.
So you'll sort of have one of those situations where you're actually able to walk by and see us work and see how the T-shirts are made. That's dope. And that's creating the spectacle.
It is. That's just like when you walk into Mitchell's on West 25th.
Exactly. But people love how many.
Or you walk into the brewery that have all the. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same thing.
You go get your ice cream. You stand on the side and you watch them make
exactly.
While you eat your ice cream or while you wait for it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's the way we gonna move. You know what I'm saying? As far as that's concerned, I'm excited about it. Yeah. Because if I was being honest, bro, I'm doubling down on myself. Yeah. And the last few months have been difficult. You know what I'm saying? As far and end of summer normally is. People are thinking hoodies. You done bought as many T-shirts.
You see what I got? Yeah, it's 90 degrees outside, but we in the house.
You tired of T-shirts,
bro?
By now,
I just took my daughter school shopping, bro. I bought like 10 hoodies, sweaters, all types of stuff. I'm ready for fall to kind of come in.
People are ready for fall.
I hate winter, but I love fall.
But we love fall. Cleveland people, we love fall. Think about how much fly fall shit you got that you done had for years because you only break it out in fall.
Exactly.
Snow don't even see it. Like, I got Wallies that have never seen snow in their life. What? It's snowing outside?
And fall is such a short period in Cleveland.
It's such a short period.
So short.
You get a few weeks. You might get 4 to 6 weeks.
Yep, 4 to 6 weeks
fall.
Max.
But dude, that 5th and 6th week is what we call blustery. You be outside like burr.
Right.
Now you got the hoodie.
Right.
You know, and the peacoat. Yeah. You got the hoodie and a new nigga coat. Right. You know, we wear the wool coats now.
Fresh pair of wheat on.
Yup, come on, man. You know the uniform. It does not change, man. I don't know what the fuck they thought was going on in Cleveland. We invented that shit.
Yeah, listen, all day. So look, man. So the space. Hey Jamie, how's it going?
Hey Jamie.
Chef Jamie in the house, always holding me down. But so NyceCo. So clearly, NyceCo clothing, NyceCo prints. You just stuck with the name Knyce when you name these businesses. And so talk about once you got the storefront, or the space on Mayfield. Did you upgrade some of your equipment? I want to know, like, what was the cost of some of the equipment? Because I see you got some new equipment.
No, I got nice shit.
And not only that, I want to talk about like the different businesses that reached out to you. Like, for example, I just seen recently the owners of the Hunter House restaurant. You did shipping for them. So like, talk about like how, people started reaching out to create
honestly,
your shirts.
Bro.
The equipment. Let's go to equipment.
Let's go equipment first.
Yeah,
so equipment first. Remember I said our first big hit was Juneteenth.
Yeah.
I instantly flipped. So Britt looking at me like, yo, dude, we finally up. But man, I have been fighting with the old press for so goddamn long, bro. I was just over it. You know that scene in the Christmas Story where the father's like fighting with the furnace?
Yeah.
And he like making up cuss words because he's just so like out of
frustrated.
Man.
Yeah.
I can't even use the old cuss words. I got to come with some new ones. That was me in the old press.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was so over it. And we had made a little bit of money. She's like, yo, you sure you want to, buy it? And I'm like, man, it's only going to be more money. Promise you I'm going to be able to do way better with this new press.
Yep.
Lead times, as you know, working in business, lead time is a real thing, especially during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? This was right before the pandemic. But even then, if you look back in hindsight, shit was slowing down before we even hit the pandemic.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trump was still president. So lead times on steel, because everything is steel, you know what I'm saying? You don't want no wood on a commercial grade press because you don't want it warping. Lead time on getting real steel is a real thing. So it'll be like 15 business days. That's a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of this press and I'm getting orders rolling in. Yeah. Now to kind of dually answer your question, how am I getting these orders rolling in? I was on radio for 10 years. So it's like 10 years of promo. I didn't realize it was going to be kind of easy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To roll into my next venture. I probably could have sold cars, like on some G and been good. Yo, come on down. I could have been one of them dudes on a commercial, like, come on down, ask for Keenan.
Right, yeah.
I take any type of credit. Like, I probably could have did that. You know what I'm saying? But I chose to do this. In retrospect, I was getting jobs I probably shouldn't have got. you know what I'm saying, for that reason. But we struggled through them. We got through them. My thing was always to work with my clients, you know what I'm saying? If you're not satisfied, like, tell me how I can fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I blow a check on it. First thing is the new press. It's a 6x4. I used to make all the old shirts by one at a time. So, bro, I would be in there sweating, you know what I'm saying? I think the press might have been like $5,000.
Okay, for the new joint.
Yeah, for the new joint. And that's kind of a baby.
And now I was about to say, 'cause they got ones.
Oh, man. I'm looking at automatics. Now, that's our goal. Like, you got to plan when you got a business. So that's our goal for like 2 years from now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You talking total hookup like $120,000. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Even if you lease the joint, you talking $20,000-$30,000 just in pneumatic and air hookups. Wow. You playing in the big boys now. But I mean, shit. Pumping out 1,000 shirts in 2 hours. It's ridiculous, bruh. But there's a company, I ain't gonna say the company name because y'all gotta do your own research because the nigga will pop up with it tomorrow. But well, actually not tomorrow. It'll take them like 6 months to build it. But there's a company, they're German, and it's the BMW of, you know what I'm saying? You can buy something used, but I feel like a lot of times you buying somebody else's problem. It's probably one press to purchase in between now and there. You know what I'm saying? But we get that first press. Now my exposure unit, I got a good press, but I can't really, you know, make big films because my exposure unit is old and it's shitty. I see. Ran up another check. You know, got to it, got some nice jobs in. This was the one piece of equipment I got in trouble with, like with Brittany, because I was so fed up. I didn't tell her I was buying it. I literally just stepped out of the room because I had already talked to the salesman and told him to prepare my invoice. And I stepped out of the room like, yo, hit go. You know what I'm saying? She sees the email come through. That was a fight. Fellas, don't buy no significant purchases for your business without consulting your significant other. Right. Especially if she helping your black ass. Right.
Silly, man.
So from there, I think those are the two major things. One of the last big things we had to get was a new printer. Okay. I didn't want to buy. How often do your people talk numbers? You be asking numbers though, don't you? I normally don't like talking about numbers.
You know what? Honestly, I've only talked numbers with just 2 people on the show. Okay. So something I'm about to.
So I just don't want it to come across as gloating, or as discouragement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ended up having to buy like a $5,000 printer. Yeah. But I got sick of printers breaking down, and the dude broke it down for me. He was like, "Yo." He like, Kay, you gonna keep buying $900 printers, you know what I'm saying, every 12 months, or you gonna buy this one $5,000 printer and not have to replace it for 10 to 15 years, just maintain it.
It's a business.
It's a mindset too. You know what I'm saying? At some point you gotta stop nickel and diming. Exactly. After we bought that, we invested into a mobile rig. So we can pull up to baby showers, festivals, anything, and literally print the shirts right there. Wow. On hand. Your own custom design. But we're also going to get into education. That's why we're expanding the production side. Nice. Yeah. I want to primarily focus on education for teens. Yeah. So that's going to be a little bit of nonprofit work there that I want to go into. That's something I'm kind of trying to condense for you. Yeah. But then we'll have some classes. But we got a lot of ideas, you know what I'm saying, of things that we want to do. That's dope. I feel like printing is a trade. Yeah. It's an art also. I feel like it's enough money for people to go around.
How do you come up with the designs?
So
who comes up with the designs?
Well,
normally you do a drop every Thursday. So like, where do these? Are you with the drops? Are they already? The truth? Are they already in your head where you're like, all right, I know my drops for the next. Month,
yeah, bro, I got
2 months.
Yeah,
I know exactly what I'm dropping every Thursday for the next. Okay.
So normally it comes. This is how it goes down. Mm-hmm. I get to smoking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Brittany normally goes to bed before me. I get to smoking and playing my music like an old man, you know what I'm saying, and having a little bit of drink. Yeah. And I might turn on an old movie, you know what I'm saying? I probably have it on mute, you know. I might be scrolling while I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And I just look for inspiration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then normally I try to mix at least 2 ideas together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so for like, I don't know. All right. Take this for instance.
Yeah.
Like, these bootleg tees are all the rage. Just so happen to have this.
Right.
Now, these bootleg tees are all the rage, right?
Yeah.
I know it's brown season. I brought this for you, too.
I appreciate it.
I hope people don't be coming here and not bringing my man no gifts, you know what I'm saying? But no, so then I'm like, yo, the goal with NyceCo was never to be trendy. You won't see me chasing trends.
Yep.
You won't see none of
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to be classic. You know, it's to be nostalgic.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I'm not that cool ass, hip ass, clothing label. Because you might see your grandmother in a NyceCo shirt.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's going to look good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The goal was always to make black art mainstream, you know what I'm saying, and to make it clean and very palatable to where you don't even realize when you look at like a Garvey Logistics shirt, you don't even realize you're looking at some real live black shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this bootleg style of tee is all the rage. And I was like, yo, it's brown season, but I ain't gonna put no white boy on no Browns tee.
Right, yeah.
Mainly because I'm black.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's enough, like, shout out to GV Artwork, that's what they do. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, CLE Clothing, that's what they do. So I'm like, yo, how can I honor our heroes, those people, because so this was a Kevin Mack shirt.
Yeah, I picked
you know who Kevin Mack is, like, because your daddy used to probably talk about Kevin Mack.
Right.
You used to watch your daddy watch Kevin Mack.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And you know he was a bad boy. It's like, who gonna put Kevin Mack on the shirt?
T-shirt, right.
So let me combine these 2 ideas and make it something, you know what I'm saying, dope that people have never seen before. They may have seen the concepts, but they've never seen. And one reason I did that because there was a company, out of town company. I question their blackness at all, but they could get their shirts through the algorithm. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
they could get their shirts through the algorithm. Mine don't go through the algorithm.
Okay.
So I mainly rely on word of mouth. You know what I'm saying, and the black people in the city of Cleveland, and I'm okay with that because I know my city is sustainable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. But they used to come dangerously close to the same concepts I would do, and it would be like a week after me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo. And then I had people coming to me like, yo, are y'all working together? Yeah. Kind of like who biting who? And I know I ain't biting because I'm the type of person, if I'm working on something, if I was making a rap album, I would not listen to no other rappers because subconscious inspiration is a real thing.
That's real talk. Listen, I haven't listened to nobody's podcast before I started this.
Exactly.
Literally.
And that's a smart move.
My own flow.
Because you bring your own flow. Yeah. Once your flow is set in stone, now you can explore and look at other people and see what they're doing. Because you're not, you just taking some of the spice because ain't nothing new under the sun. Right. Can't nobody literally say that they created this one thing. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're remixing. Yeah. And that's literally what I said, how our approach to, making the shirts is. When this company was coming dangerously close to our same designs, I was like, yo, I'm just going to get outrageous. I'm just going to get outrageous with the things I come up with. Yeah. And if they start coming close to that, I'm going to know something. Yeah. So the first one I felt like I was like, yo, I'm going to be outrageous was Coming to America was coming out. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to do a Randy Watson Sexual Chocolate World Tour 1981 t-shirt. Yeah. They came dangerously close to that one. Wow. So that was just confirmation, and it was like, all right, you got eyes on you, whether they're admitting it or not. Always know that. You always got eyes on you, whether people are admitting it or not. Yep. It's people that'll never give you props on your podcast, but they be watching that shit every week. Yeah. They be tuned in. You can look at them analytics. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be watching that shit. So what normally happen, I come up with this wild design, and this is how I know my girl is my person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because she'll be like, I don't see it. I'm like, trust me. Just trust me. But she has the technical know-how. She actually went to school for design. Okay. She went to Robert Morris. Yeah. D1 athlete as well. Yeah. So smart and athletic. But she's a whiz. Like, a lot of the biggest brands you see in Cleveland is her branding. Like, that's what's up. The sauce, like, that's her branding. So, like, that's all her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. KY is a great client of hers. That's what's up. Yeah. So a lot of things that you see, like the Haunted House t-shirt, she actually designed that. Okay, that's dope. So most of what you've seen in the last 18 months is her designs.
That's dope.
I'll tell her my vision for it. And she'll bust it down, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of work together like, yo, I don't like that font. How about we do this? Yeah. She'll be like, no, that's outside of the rules of design. And I'm like, you went to school for design, not me. I don't got to follow no rules.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's we've had to learn that rhythm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How to work.
It works.
But she's in the interim standing over her shoulder so long and just having that resource, like I've learned to design. So like this Kevin Mack design, that was all me. But then like this design, I brought you this one too.
Oh
brother.
man, goodies. Okay, the one you got on right now, yes.
That's her.
That's
but
dope.
This is one where she was like, I ain't see it. Like, and I'm like, yo, just trust me. Just
that's raw.
like, yo,
yeah,
just do it.
Yeah.
But so it's a real, you know what I'm saying. But it normally starts with a high thought from my ass.
That's what's up, man. So I got just one more question, man, maybe two. I always ask each guest, man, Cleveland, you here, you been here all your life, right? Yeah.
Whole life.
Man, business is doing good, bread and butter. Do you see yourself staying here? How do you feel about entrepreneurship in Cleveland? Like, how do you feel about the city in Cleveland and what you do?
Man, I could never leave.
Yeah.
I see myself as a snowbird in later life.
Same. I see myself snowbird right now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see myself having like a trailer. You know what I'm saying? Me and Brittany like pack up and go to Key West when it get cold up here. You know what I'm saying? And I like stand on the beach and drink pina coladas and print T-shirts. And it ain't really even about the money. It's about keeping my hands busy because idle hands is the devil's workshop. Like I'll probably work anywhere I go, but I can never see pulling up my roots totally from here, you know what I'm saying, from my business. Like, because I know the city needs it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, think about where, like, we got to pause. Like, there was, at one point in the city of Cleveland, there were, like, two lanes. You had the hood shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you had the people who were classified as grown and sexy. You know what I'm saying? And both kind of despised each other. But that gap, as you think about from 2008 capping era to where we at now, that gap is closed to where you could be in a party with the dope boys and the lawyers.
That's true.
And
That's
you dancing with everything from Moneybag Yo to the thuggiest nigga in the world is singing Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk?
Right, yeah.
Think about how far. That's just on the nightlife scene, bro.
Yeah.
And then think about how many dudes we've seen go legitimately legit from the streets to having like real businesses, not just fronts, like real businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to give ourselves credit. So it's like, if everybody pulling up and moving to Vegas and, you know what I'm saying, DC and Arizona and Houston, and I'm calling them all out, Charlotte, and niggas don't move to Miami no more. That shit on y'all ass. That shit too expensive. Atlanta and you know what I'm saying, everywhere else. Like, how can we ever truly like get to be one of those places? And I've always viewed us as one of those places. Like, man, we the rawest thing in between Chicago and New York.
Yeah, real talk.
Period.
We are. Cleveland.
Like, Cleveland. Whole different swag. Think about anytime you go out of town, bruh. Them chicks be like, where you from?
That's going to Toledo.
Bruh.
Columbus.
Anytime you anywhere. But no, even in the big cities, man. You could be, I done been in Brooklyn.
That's true. That's real
it's
talk.
Like, yo, where you from? Like, you ain't moving like nobody else out here.
That's real talk.
Cause it's a, you know what I'm saying? It's a small hood, but it's all good. So I think about like, yo, I would like to think like maybe one day my son runs NyceCo, you know what I'm saying? And they get into it and I'm just like, yo, I need $25,000 a month. Just send me my VIG and the rest is y'all's. Whatever y'all do after that, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I view my retirement, you know what I'm saying? I don't see myself leaving now. I love it here, bro. And it's only getting better. Think about how I'm doing a draft. People was like, man, y'all got a lake? Hell yeah, we got a lake. We got a long guy. It goes to span the whole city.
Yeah, it does.
That water is worth money, bruh.
It is.
And one day the right politician is going to do the right thing with that waterfront, and it's going to be like going to Bell Harbor.
Yeah.
And now you trying to come back home, and prices on the houses is $300,000-$400,000. Because I know you know that ain't getting no cheaper.
Nah, you going up.
So I went on a tangent.
No, that's what's up, man.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm in this bitch.
That's what's up, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you, man. This is a great episode, man. I'm excited to air it. Jamie, you still here? What we having for lunch today?
Hey. How you know I ate kosher? I was like, man, please don't let them have no shrimp or no pork in here. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And Larry, we did portobello steaks for you.
Nice.
With the red wine pan sauce as well.
I appreciate it. I'm on my vegetarian kick right
You
now.
vegan?
Man. Vegetarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for real.
Yeah, man.
Do you feel clearer?
I do, man. I've been vegetarian for a long time. I just went back to eating meat over the last couple of years, and I recently went back to vegetarian like 30 days ago.
Hey, bro, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna fuck them cows up every trip. I'm gonna try to make better choices, though.
Yes, sir. No, that's what's up, man. Well, this is great, man. Enjoy lunch, man. We're gonna talk off camera, man, and vibe out.
For sure. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, that's a wrap.